May we meet in the blackest hour of night, where shadows veil my face, sparing you the terror of beholding my true form.
Hi, I'm Jack Ayres and I'm the voice of Phantasio. Congratulations on the global launch of Duet Night Abyss. I'm sure many of you have already met Phantasio in the game. I think players are really gonna love the world of Duet Night Abyss. It's got this kind of wonderful darkness and grittiness to the kind of environments that they've built. There's loads of interesting dynamics between the different groups and the different characters and stuff. And although the world is dark, I think there's this really nice balance of, they always remember to include these kind of interesting, hopeful human moments between the characters which kind of tie it all together and make this world feel alive.
For a moment, I'd forget I was a caged beast. Instead, I'd feel like an ordinary child in school waking from a nightmare during an afternoon nap to the racket of a noisy classmate beside me.
I mean, I found Phantasio instantly compelling the second I started reading the script, even in the auditions. He's a character that goes through a hell of a lot through his journey, and kind of when finding that character and that voice, it was interesting because it was like finding multiple different characters throughout that journey, through his kind of journey as a performer and kind of the traumatic events that he goes through, which was really interesting and satisfying to play as an actor. I also think that he kind of is an interesting character because he's got this wonderful duality about him. He's literally Beauty and the Beast, because he's got this kind of this origin in opera and as a performer, but throughout his story he's also forced to become a fighter. He wants to hide himself from the world because he's got this complicated relationship with being a Karen, but he also is drawn to the stage. He wants to be up in front of people, so he's got this really interesting dichotomy of hiding himself from the world but also wanting to be seen. So yeah, Beauty and the Beast, literally. Most appealing about Phantasio, that's a difficult question because I mean, he does go through so much throughout the course of this story, and on the face of it sometimes can appear like he's kind of losing humanity or losing kind of a sense of hope, and I think he meets certain characters throughout this who kind of reinstill that back into him, and I think it's a real testament to kind of like the strength of human spirit, the strength of kind of finding, even if it's the tiniest light in the darkness, that he goes on this interesting journey and ends in a really satisfying place that I'm really looking forward for people to find out more about.
I assume the role of the shattered prisoner, and you, as a watchful warden, stand sentinel over my chains.
There definitely were challenges to voicing him, because as I kind of mentioned previously, there are multiple different voices for him, I would say. It wasn't a case of finding the one voice of Phantasio. He becomes these slightly different people throughout the course of his story and his journey. As things happen to him, he's kind of profoundly changed by them, and each kind of iteration of him is different in the way that it's voiced. There's slightly different vocal qualities, and also he's in a complete different emotional place in his life throughout this story as well. So kind of keeping on track of those things was really fun, but also very challenging at times. So I was really grateful to be able to have an amazing team working on this. There was great voice directors, great engineers, narrative leads, devs, who were all kind of able to steer the ship and make sure I kept it in the right place for where we were in the story. So a lot of gratitude goes to them for that.
Why should I? Parsifal's story ended long ago. That name is but a distant echo now, so faint and far away that I sometimes wonder if it was ever real.
Oh, I mean, so many moments that I found incredibly memorable to work on. There's one in particular about kind of halfway through his story that, I mean, I found absolutely heartrending to record. I think it's going to be really impactful for a lot of people. I don't want to spoil what it is, but I'm sure lots of people will be able to recognize when it comes. And also there's this beautiful kind of climactic sequence towards the end of his story set on a stage. And again, I don't want to give anything away on that. You'll just have to play the game to kind of witness it for yourself, but it's really beautiful.
Thank you for granting me a stage to rest my weary soul.
Yeah, so I mean, my message to the players would be, firstly, thank you so much for the kind of incredible support you've given. To see the way that people around the world have taken this game into their hearts has been incredible. It's been humbling. And yeah, I really hope that people enjoy Phantasio and love the game as much as I have loved working on it. So good luck, Fox Hunters, and Phantasio will see you at the curtain call. Duet Night Abyss is a thrilling hybrid action RPG featuring a dual narrative. The game is officially launched worldwide. Download and play today, and witness Phantasio's spellbinding performances, along with his struggle and his dream in a merciless world.